2.5 million Americans get married every year, and every bride wants to have that picture-perfect wedding. I'm Sierra Scott. In the next half hour, we'll help you do just that. We'll take you to one of the most beautiful venues on the planet. We'll introduce you to an event planner who will make sure your wedding is as distinctive and unique as you are. And we'll talk to a videographer that will tell us why videography is just as important as great photography on your special day. And finally, we'll take you to the place every bride dreams of, and that's the wedding gown shop. We have a place that has high-end looking gowns without the high-end price. Julianne, how are you?
I'm good. Hey, Sierra.
So good to see you.
Nice to see you.
I love coming into pretty old stuff because I really feel like I've taken a step back in time. But what I think is neat is these things don't just sit on a shelf. People actually get to use them.
Oh,
so how are you different from a normal party rental store?
Everything we have in here has been hand-picked, and it's one of a kind, and it's vintage. So we buy things pretty much one at a time.
And I love it. I just think it's beautiful. Where do you find these things?
Oh, gosh. We love shopping and looking. We go picking. We go to flea markets a lot, garage sales, some of the resale shops. Those are the main places we get things.
What determines if something's vintage or not?
That's such a good question. And, you know, sometimes when people think of vintage, they think of hay bales and straw and burlap. And if you look around, we just really don't have any burlap or hay bales.
No,
so
none here.
We can't do that if you really like that look. But to me, vintage is something that's been around a while and has some character and maybe been passed down from one generation to the next. And it has some nostalgia. So people see our stuff and they're nostalgic about it. They talk about it at the dinner. And does that help?
Yeah, the explains it great. Now, the thing that I thought was really cool is the plates don't necessarily match.
Right. Everything we have in here, almost none of it matches. So the idea behind that is we like mix and match everything. So when we look for things that are beautiful, we try to find things with a pattern in the middle, and we like to stack them on top of another plate. And definitely we like to show our things off in pairs because it just brings so many different colors alive. Looks really pretty on the table.
I love that. Now, you do a lot of events. I mean, the majority are weddings, but you do other events too. How do you determine what to use at every event?
Well, a lot of it has to do with listening to the client. So at a regular event, at a regular rental company, you'll call up and you'll say, you know, I need 50 plates for an event. I need some goblets, need some forks. When you call us, then we actually have a conversation over the phone. We give you a kind of a design concept. So I'll ask you a little bit about what you're doing, what colors you're wanting to use, kind of what your style is. And then I put the order together based on that. So we kind of customize every order.
Speaking of character, one of the things I noticed, you have the coolest teacups. They have such character.
We do. We have so many teacups.
Can we go look at them?
Yeah, let's go look at them. Cool.
I think the last time I used a teacup was when I was a little girl and I was having a tea party, but actually you're using these now.
Oh gosh, yeah, we use these for lots of different kinds of parties. I have a wedding coming up, and the bride is actually British, and so she's kind of trying to tie that in, and they're going to serve the soup in a first course.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that one with the violets.
I
That's
do
really pretty.
too. That is really pretty.
And you know, the baby shower thing is big. Do you know about that?
No.
Well, it's called a sip and see. So, you know, you don't have to rush when you're at the end of your pregnancy, you're getting ready to have a baby. You can wait till the baby's born and then have all of your friends come over and we'll come and style it and bring our teacups and have a sip and see, come and drink the tea and see the baby at the same time.
Well, that's a great idea. The biggest thing to me is you don't just say, here's your 10 teacups, good for you. You actually help with the design process too.
Absolutely. So when you give us a call, we actually take time. We actually schedule an appointment sometimes to make sure that you have plenty of time. And we talk and we visit free of charge and find out what exactly you're trying to do with your party. So we find out how many guests you're having, what colors you'd like, what kind of items you'd like to include. There's so much stuff in here, it's kind of overwhelming. You can come in here and look around and take a look and pick some things out, but we'll also guide you. We don't send you out the door with a box. We're just really not cash and carry at all.
And you made a good point, because look at the plates. I mean, there are a lot of plates
We
in
have
here.
a ton of plates, and you know, one plate's not the same as the next. So
No.
we have the old-fashioned sort of vintage with the little tiny patterns like that you're remembering about the tea parties, but we also have some more contemporary looks that go with some of the more moodier colors, like with our goblets. We have bohemian as a big theme with lots of brass and lots of the colored glassware. So all kinds of things, and we help you figure out how to put them together so they look nice.
So if we want to reach you, what's the best way to do it?
You can always give us a call or hopefully follow us on Instagram. You can keep up with everything fun that we're doing, and it's Pretty Old Stuff NWA.
You know, everything you do makes the photograph more beautiful. And really, after the wedding, that's what the bride really cares about. And coming up next, we'll talk to a videographer that will tell us why videography is just as important as great photography on your special day.